Abhay Sharma, and today we're going to be talking about a really important topic if you're an international student or maybe a worker in the United States. You might want to get a credit card to get that house or to get that perfect deal on getting a car. So getting a credit card is really an important factor in building up a credit history, especially if you're staying in the United States for a longer period of time. So starting off with the credit cards. Now there are two types of credit cards. The first one is known as a secured credit card, and the other one is known as an unsecured credit card. So the secured credit card is a card basically that is operated by you depositing in a certain amount of money as a security to the financial institutions or the banks itself. Now you deposit that money so that the banks don't have the risk of lending you money and recovering it back from you in case you're unable to pay that money. And the unsecured is simply the card that's normal and you don't have to pay any deposit on that, and operates basically on the banks being able to trust you and lend you money, and you being able to paying off your bills accordingly and make sure that the credit history is maintained by you in a very good standing. So there are a bunch of cards being offered by financial institutions, especially if you have a fairly new credit or you just came to the United States. Now there are various financial institutions just like Citi Bank, Capital One, and Discover, and other Chase banks, and there are a couple of banks that basically let you apply for a credit card being an international person. So starting with the credit cards, now being myself as an international student, have been in the United States for an year, and I have 3 years more of graduating, and I plan to stay in the United States and get a job experience and then come back to my home country. So that means I'm gonna stay there for like 4 or 5 solid years once I finish my master's, and I definitely want to build up a good credit history to get a new car and get a good house. So how I'm gonna start off is building up a credit. So that's basically when you start it at this young age, as soon as possible, you get a credit card. The best credit card offers that are offered are by Citi Bank, Capital One, Discover It, Bank of America. So these are the 4 topmost cards that I recommend, looking at profiles and looking at descriptions of all these offers provided by the cards and the financial institutions. So the first card that I applied was a Citibank credit card. However, I applied the application online and it didn't get accepted because of the fact that my address was out of the United States. So there was nothing serious about it. I just had to go to the physical branch and apply for a Citibank credit card, filling in additional application forms, and I could have straight away got the credit card. However, I didn't have any branch in Plattsburgh since I live in Plattsburgh and we don't have any city branch over there. So I decided to go for a different card, different financial institution. And that's when I decided to have a look at Capital One, and the best card that offered me a really good advantage was a student card that was known as Capital One Journey Card. Now that's a Visa card being offered by Capital One, and the initial limit that the credit line that you get is $300. So I got the initial credit line of $300, and I've been operating it since 4 months, and automatically gets increased to $500 once you're paying off your bills every month and in full amount. So another card that I got is Discover It card that is being operated independently by Discover Financial Institution. It is also operated by Morgan Stanley, which is a very famous financial renowned institution in the United States. And it offers cards to students and other individuals who are in demand or looking for getting a credit card. I got the Discover card, which was my second card. The first one that I got was from Capital One Journey card, and I have my initial credit line of $300, which is going to be increased after a while. And the Discover It card has provided me $500 of credit line at first, and it has got amazing cool designs on the credit card. In case you want to get a new design, there are a couple of designs like the New York City skyline, and then there's a tape on the credit card, or also customized individual credit card designs. You could get it on the credit card itself. So there are a couple of cool features about Discover It card, and the 5% bonuses that it's being provided according to 2 or 3 months. Every 2 or 3 months they change the offer and provide it on different stores or different retails with different merchants. So the current one that I'm having is a 5% bonus on restaurants, fast foods, and movie tickets. And after June or July, I'm gonna have 5% on home improvement stores and Amazon.com, which is an amazing cool deal because it provides you a couple of bonuses as and when you're spending money with the Discover It card. So I would recommend these 4 cards, getting Bank of America, Capital One, Citi Bank, or Discover It card if you're in the United States and staying there for a while, and definitely have a good rating. One thing I would like to recommend is getting a credit card if you're looking apart from these credit cards. These are all without any annual fee. They're free of cost. So I recommend you getting a card that doesn't have any annual fee, because once you're done with the education, or even if you're done with your H-1B and you want to go back to your home country, you don't want to pay for the annual fee for just getting the cards. And you don't want to close them either in case you want to come to the United States for future studying for master's or maybe PhD degree, or maybe coming back for a job later on. I recommend not to close down those credit cards because it's gonna waive off your credit history related to those credit cards itself. So therefore, get a credit card without any annual fee. That's the best option that an individual could do. And also there's another credit card company that just came up, and it's formed by international students who were once international students. And they came up with a brilliant idea of providing credit cards to individuals who do not even have a social security. Until now, we talked about all the credit cards that you could get with the social security, but these students came up with an idea of getting credit cards. They had a tie-up with a financial institution that let them basically offer it to the other international students without any social security. You just need to fill in a few document requirements such as I-20, F1 visa, and your passport details. And basically that is gonna do it for you. They're gonna provide you a $1,500 credit line at first. It is an unsecured credit card, so that's a very good factor. I'm gonna tell you more about it in the next video. Until then, make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and in case you have any other thoughts about studying in the US, or you want to have just a general question that you want me to answer, I'm definitely looking down below in the comments. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thanks.